Hello chess fans, today we are going to see two games. The first game is between Kasparov and Anderson from 90. Kasparov and Gavrikov from 1981. Let's start the game. The game started d4. Kasparov played d4 a lot. Now d5, c4, e6, knight f3, and c5. This is the Tarash. Pretty solid opening. It has survived the test of time. cd5, ed5, g3, knight c6, bishop g2, knight f6. Kasparov employed this variation against the Tarash one more game we discussed earlier. So now knight c3, bishop e7, short castle, d into c5, bishop into c5, bishop to g5. Now d4 is the main move. Now bishop into f6, queen into f6, knight to d5, attacking the queen. Queen goes back to d8, knight to d2, and now a6, wanting to play some kind of b5. And so now rook c1 was played, bishop a7, now knight c4, rook b8, wanting to play b5. Here a4 could also be played, threatening a5, b4 and these kind of advances. But in the game, knight c4, rook b8, knight f4, pieces consolidate. Now e3 is threatened, and now b5, attacking the c4 knight. Knight moves to d6. What a move! Wow. So let's just wait a minute. So knight moves to d6. This is pretty awesome because you are just sacrificing your piece, and it doesn't make any sense in the first place, but then we see the idea. Queen d6, rook c6, queen d8, now queen c2. Now rook fc1 is threatened, and then rook into c8, and then things can happen. CV really. Now a5. The idea of this may be a queenside advance with a4, b4, and now rook fc1, getting the rook out, and now white has tremendous control. Just to look at this position, the material is equal. White has a monster bishop, a dangerous rook on c6. The Alekhine's gun on this is on this file. The knight on f4 sitting. It may hop to d5. Very risky position for black. The bishop on d5, monster, the destroyer of the black's universe. See where it points. f7. Also protecting the king side weak squares. Light squares. Whenever he will be needed in defense, he will join by just coming back. Now queen b3, threatening on f7. Now it's very hot. The game spiced up. Bishop f3. Now the idea is to get the bishop from h5 to threaten the f7 pawn, and then it's very bad. Now rook e5, thinking that if bishop h5 I will sacrifice my exchange. I hope so. But no, he plays g6 and now he regretted. Bishop into g6. Sacrifice. Then rook into g6. Well, this is pinned. King f8. And now rook h6. Threatening rook h8 check. King e7. Rook c6. Getting another rook in the game. Rook f5. Then queen f3. Bishop c7. And then queen... So after queen e4, rook e5 and then knight g6. One more brilliant and brilliant move. Rook h7 check and then queen into g6. Finishing the bloody game. What a game. Next game, Kasparov versus Anderson. So, well, now next game, Kasparov Anderson from 1981. So, let's start the game. The game started with d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, b6, a3, bishop b7. We have seen this line before, people employed the King's Indian, Queen's Indian who plays a lot. We got a lot of games of Queen's Indian. Kasparov played d4 as his main opening in his career, I think so. Because all of his games are in d4 and I don't know if he has changed against d4. Sicilian against d4. There has not been a game when he is black. Let me see. Yup, no game when he is black. When he is black, we'll see his choice. Interesting. Knight e4, bishop e4, knight e2, and the bishop should return to b7, but now g6. And let me point out that it is Ulf Anderson. Well, I think you should know this player. If not, shame to you. And if yes, so well, Ulf Anderson was a Swedish chess legend. I suspect if he is Swedish, I don't know, but he was a legend of the game, grinding his opponents. Karpov material. Well, what not to say about the guy? Very, very cool person. And here we have the game over here. Oops. Yep. So let me just remove this mark. This mark very irritating, you know. Okay, so well, let's start the game. d4, knight f6, and we saw till here. Yep, bishop g6, and now g3. Kasparov uses it to get the bishop on the long diagonal. e3, b4, queen size assault. b5 takes. If you took on b5, then knight b4 or bishop b4 may follow. So that's why bishop b2, knight a7, h4, d5. What a move! Positional pawn sacrifice. e5, bishop g2, c6, and short castle. We can see that black has very bad pawn structure. His knight on a7 is entombed for now. f6 he has to play because for castling, because this bishop and this bishop, these are just shooting the black kingdom, alright. Rook e1, queen g4, h5, and now black has to get the castle now. Takes, and then rook a d1, bringing all the pieces in game. Kasparov had Tal material at the time. Well, he can take on d7, so rook a7, and now what a move! Knight into f6, striking it. G into f6, then queen g6, and then if you take on f6 with the bishop, then queen g6, king f8, and then bishop into f6, g into f6, and then the rook goes up to d3 and then f3, and it's over. So that's why g into f6. And then bishop c1, nice move. Rook d4, rook g4, what a maneuver. Bishop into s6, bishop sacrifice. If you take with the knight, queen g7, and if you take with the rook, queen g8 mate. So king e8, and now bishop g7, and Anderson resigned because if you move out the rook, then h6 h7 is just like game over, because well the queen. And Anderson's quote after this game became famous: "I will not play with Castro again." Castro literally like so smooth that Wolf Anderson got out. So this was the game. I hope you like. If I took this camera call. Thank you.